Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah. And give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba Hashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba Hashem, Rakah, Kudash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, great millstone. Salutations to you, Akim, out there constantly pushing out this word in sincerity and in truth. Lord will, this is edifying to the elect. I just want to go in on obedience better than sacrifice. As you see on the screen, man, just Jonah. Most of us probably know about the story about Jonah when they got swallowed up by the big fish. And I'm just gonna read a little bit of the account, and then I'll pull out a couple scriptures and close it up. All right, I'm gonna start at Jonah chapter 1. It said, "Now the word of Yahweh came unto Jonah, the son of Amittai, saying, Arise, go to Nineveh, that great city, and cry against it, for their wickedness is come upon before me." So, the Yahweh, he told him, man, hey, get out there to the highways and byways. So just like there's some of you brothers out there that the Most High put into your spirit for you to get out on the highways and byways, you was able to hear this word. You was able to hear that Yahweh he's speaking to you, letting you know, hey, it was when you heard the word from the apostles and on down, it gave you that necessity, that urge to, it made sense to you. But Jonah rose up to flee unto Tarshish from the presence of Yahweh, and went down to Jopha and found a ship going to Tarshish. So he paid the fare thereof and went down into it to go with them to Tarshish from the presence of Yahweh. So he tried to get away. Like some of you brothers may be out there that's trying to run away. You're trying to get away. Verse 4, but Yahweh sent out a great wind into the sea, and there was a mighty tempest in the sea, so that the ship was like to be broken. So the ship couldn't go nowhere. Just like whatever you may be into, but you ain't going to go nowhere. You ain't going to get nowhere. Verse 5, then the mariners were afraid and cried, every man unto his power, every man unto his God, cast forth the wares and that were in the ship into the sea to lighten it up of them. But Jonah was gone down into the sides of the ship, and he lay and was fast asleep. So the shipmaster came to him and said unto him, What meanest thou, O sleeper? Arise, call upon the power, if so be that power will think upon us that we perish not. So, they tell him to get up and pray, man. Talk to your power. Talk to who your God is. It said, and they said, every one to his fellow, Come and let us cast lots, that we may know for whose cause this evil is upon us. So they cast lots, and the lot fell upon Jonah. So they knew, hey, man, it's Jonah's. It's your fault. Something you did that's got these, got these waters acting up. Got all this going on, this storm, this boat being tossed to and fro. It said, verse 8, then said they unto him, Tell us, we pray thee, for whose cause this evil is upon us. What is thine occupation? And whence comest thou? What is thy country? And of what people art thou? So they trying to find out, like, hey man, what's your job? What you do? Like, what's the whole reason? Why the God got you is after you? What's going on? It's because he's a prophet, That's his job. That's what he's supposed to be doing. And he said unto them, I'm a Hebrew, and I fear Yahweh, the power of heaven, which have made the sea and the dry land. Then were the men exceedingly afraid, and said unto him, Why hast thou done this? For the men knew that he fled from the presence of Yahweh, because he had told them. Then said they unto him, What shall we do unto thee, that the sea may be calm unto us? For the sea wrought and was tempestuous. And he said unto them, Take me up and cast me forth into the sea. So shall the sea be calm unto you. For I know that for my sake this great tempest is upon you. So he knew that it was because of him, Jonah, being on that boat was acting up. So he telling them, hey man, toss me over, man. Get me off the boat. Verse 13, nevertheless, the men riled hard to bring it to the land, but they could not, for the sea wrought and was tempestuous against them. So they tried to, they didn't want to do that. They didn't want to throw them overboard, but so they tried to, get the boat over back to the land. Verse 14, wherefore they cried unto Yahweh and said, we beseech thee, O Yahweh, we beseech thee. Let us not perish for this man's life, and lay not upon us innocent blood, for thou, O Yahweh, has done as it pleased thee. So they begging and pleading like, hey, Lord, don't kill us because of him. So verse 15, so they took up Jonah and cast him forth into the sea, and the sea ceased from her raging. As soon as they threw him over, hey, everything got calm. Then the men feared Yahweh. That's why it may be everywhere you go, it's like, it's turbulence, it's trouble. It's all kind of, because like I said in the beginning, obedience is better than sacrifice. So it's a bunch of things that you doing that you ain't supposed to be doing. Ain't nothing gonna succeed when you're going against your power. When you're going against Yahweh, when you're going against the Most High, and you ain't supposed to. It's like swimming against the current. Like you ain't gonna win, man. Water and oil, they don't mix. Verse 16, then the men feared Yahweh exceedingly and offered a sacrifice unto Yahweh and made vows. So they even had to fear the Lord. Now Yahweh had prepared a great fish to swallow up Jonah, and Jonah was in the belly of the fish 3 days and 3 nights. So, a lot of people say it's a whale, but, that's not here or there. It was just saying a fish, though. But, yeah, the thing is that Jonah, from him being disobedient, man, this what caused him from trying to run away from his lot, from what he was supposed to be doing. I'm gonna pull up, and you could keep reading. It's short, man. I'd encourage you brothers to read through it, man. It's if you haven't read it, I'm sure a lot of you brothers have, but the whole thing is real short. But it go more in depth on, Jonah finally coming out, the fish throwing him up on the land, and then what he did after that, and the people, him prophesying and letting the people know the place is gonna basically be up under terrible, times, and the people turn from their ways. They listen to the prophet, and when they listened, they fasted. Even the animals fasted. No water, no food, fasted, and then the Most High, had mercy on them. And Jonah got mad because of it. But let me get this one. It's 1 Samuel. Let's see. First Samuel 15 and I'm gonna start at verse 22. And Samuel said, have Yahweh as great delight in burnt offerings and sacrifices as in obeying the voice of Yahweh? Question. Behold, to obey is better than sacrifice. And to hearken than the fat of rams. So Most High is saying, man, hey, if you obeying, you listening, is better than sacrifice. Is having obedience. Listening is better than sacrifices, man. Because people want to think that, oh, well, I'll fast for 5 days, but I'm actually ask. But I'm a fast though, something like that. When the Most High, he ain't looking. I mean, of course, fasting helps. Definitely, fasting is part of, part of our culture, part of who we are. It's definitely good, but he wants us to be obedient, listening. Next one I'm gonna pull up is Psalms. I'll close it out after this. Psalms 51. It's that go-to scripture. Psalms 51, verse 16. And, it says, for thou desirest not sacrifice, else would I give it. David speaking, he said, I desire. He said, not sacrifice. He said, But thou desirest not sacrifice, else would I give it. Our delight is not in burnt offerings. The sacrifice of our power, a broken spirit, a broken and a contrite heart, the power thou would not despise. So he looking for, us being broken, coming to him as a little child. And he's saying, you want us to have that broken spirit, not being it's a trip. Today I got some keys, and on the keys it said defiant, and I'm just like, oh man, it was just weird just getting some keys that say defiant engraved on them. And this whole story about Jonah and him being rebellious popped up in my mind. So I just thought, hey man, let me put it on wax. But yeah, man, just being obedient, man. Obedience is way better than sacrifice, man. The Most High is looking for us to be obedient and listening to him, doing what what's written in these scriptures, and then too, what's coming from the heads on down, from the apostles on down. They put there, if we believe this truth is the truth, then we should. It's the whole truth. It's you can't take bits and pieces. So with that, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, and the water Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua for giving us this truth, for opening our eyes and our minds to be able to receive this truth, and give double honors to your apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to you, Akim, who out there constantly pushing out this word and sincerity and truth. The Lord will is edifying to the elect. That's Shalom.